If you spend a lot of your day sitting at a desk, you might find that by the end of the day, your neck and shoulders are feeling stiff, and perhaps your hips are also feeling tight. The problem isn't necessarily that sitting in and of itself is bad for you, but more the amount of time that we've spent in a fixed position. And we also tend to move our bodies in a very limited range, which gives us less circulation. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 really simple moves that you can do that can help to move you out of some of those positions. You don't need any equipment and you can do this standing at your desk. So they're great things to be able to do during your working day. Let's get started. So the first one is simply reaching your arms above your head. You're just going to reach up and then you can put the arms down again. And you can do a few repetitions of this. So we're just reaching up and down. A few things you can try to aim for when you're doing this is to keep the rib cage relaxed and to keep the shoulders down. You don't want to be lifting the shoulders up or elevating the rib cage in order to get the height. You want to keep everything nice and relaxed and try and get the arms moving on their own without using the body to help you get there. Now, this is a really useful move because when we're working at a desk, we spend a lot of time with our arms in front of us and in a shortened bent position. And we're simply just not doing very much reaching up overhead when we're doing a lot of desk work. So this is helping to get the circulation going. It's moving us in a different direction. And it's also just going to help our backs to feel a bit better because it's giving us an opportunity to reach up, to straighten out. And it's going to help to undo some of this rounded posture that can set in when we spend a lot of time sitting down. The next move is also really easy. You can do this sitting down or standing up. And you're just simply going to drop your chin down to the chest. And you can hold it for a few seconds and then come back up. And this is going to get you a nice stretch down the back of the neck. And again, when we're sitting for a long period of time, we do tend to round the shoulders forwards, which then pushes the chin out in front. And that can put a lot of strain on the muscles in the back of the neck. So this is really nice just to stretch out, drop the head down, feel that nice stretch. And it just gives you a little bit of a reset. The third exercise, this one is for the hip flexors, because when we're sitting down a lot, we tend to be in this position. And therefore, we're spending a lot of time with our quadriceps and our hip flexors in a shortened position. And if they're there for a long time, then they start getting tight and it can lead to restricted movement, which is something you might notice when you start to walk. And you might find that your stride is not as long as it could be because we haven't got the availability here. So this is the quad stretch. You can hold on to something for balance if you need to with this one. We're standing up. The trick is to actually keep the thighs together as you do this. And then you're picking up your ankle with your hand, keeping the thighs together and aiming to bring the heel towards your bottom. And we just hold that there and feel a nice stretch down the front of the leg. Now, some people, if you are quite tight, you might find it difficult to actually be able to hold on because you might not have so much mobility. If that's the case, if you're wearing trousers, you can hold onto the leg of your trouser, or you can get a yoga strap or a belt or an exercise band, anything that gives you a bit of length. Put it around the front of the ankle and then hold on to the strap. And we're remembering to keep the thighs together. And then have a go on the other side. So we can turn to the other way, lift up the other leg and hold that stretch. And whenever we're stretching, we want to aim for about 30 seconds for the hold. So there you have 3 really simple moves that can help to break up your day at the desk. Reach your arms overhead, drop the chin down to the chest to stretch out the back of the neck, and also to do a standing quad stretch. They're simple, but that is the point. You don't need a 30-minute workout every time you get up from your desk. Sometimes you just need to move in a way that you haven't been moving for a few hours. So if you want a more structured approach to breaking up sitting so that you can add more movement into your day, especially if you've got a sedentary job, I've created the Desk Reset, which is a 5-week online course. It's self-paced and it's specifically designed for people who spend a lot of time working at a desk and sitting down. I'll put the link in the description below if you'd like to find out more. And if you found this video useful, please subscribe to Aligned and Active for more simple, practical movement advice to help you move well in everyday life. I'll see you next time.